Hey guys, it's Shannon. Today I thought I would do something a little bit different. I've been thinking about this for a little while, and usually at this time of the month you see everybody doing their favorites videos. And I've told you guys before, I really like doing favorites videos, but my favorites don't really change that quickly, and when I find something I like, I do experiment with other products all the time, but I don't show you guys things just because I feel like I need to pick something in a certain category and show it to you. I show you guys only the products that I really do like, and so I don't come across those that often, and so I just don't end up doing favorites videos that often. But favorites videos are really my favorite videos to watch, which is probably why they're called favorites videos. They really are my favorite videos to watch. The only thing though is I watch those videos and I think, it's kind of too little too late. It's after the fact. Everybody is showing you what their favorite items were from the month that's already over, or from the season that's already over. And that doesn't really do me any good. It doesn't do me any good to see what all your favorite items for summer are when the summer is already over. Or at the end of the month when the sales for the items that you bought during the month are already over. So, I was really thinking about it, and I thought, well, how can I, what can I do about that? So this is kind of what I came up with. I think what I'm going to do, I will still do favorites videos, because when I find something I love, I'm still going to tell you guys about it. And these videos are not going to cover everything. Like, I'm not going to talk about hair care products in these videos, or lotions probably in these videos, that kind of thing. Face care is not going to be in these videos. But what I came up with is to do a sort of a hot picks video for the month that is coming up, or the month that we're in or getting ready to start. And that way, if you guys are in the market to buy one of the products that I talk about, you can kind of be on trend as you're going out and shopping, and maybe it can give you some ideas for what you would like to buy. So for instance, if you are in the market to buy a new purse, a new handbag, and you want to buy something that's going to be on trend for the month, then this will give you an idea of what to look for as you go out shopping. It does not mean to go out and buy everything that I'm showing you guys. That's not the point, and that would be wasteful not only of your money but of products, because you're not going to be able to use them all and that kind of thing. It just means that if you're in the market to buy a perfume, this is meant to give you an idea of what to look for as you're shopping for your new perfume, and it happens to be great for this time of year. Okay? So I think I'm going to start doing every month. I hope you like this idea. I think I'm going to start doing, a hot picks video, and it's going to cover fashion and beauty, and I hope you like it. So let's get started. The first thing I want to talk about is really going to be, the colors that I like to wear for this time of year, especially for November. Usually in October, I get really excited about the dark fall colors, and I, wear grays. Like this past September and October, you guys know I was wearing black and red a lot, and my spider earrings that I had were kind of the inspiration for that. But when I come into November, there's something about the leaves changing that really kind of lightens the mood a little bit for fall, and Halloween is over, and it's a little less, it just feels a little less dreary and a little less doomsday that the summer is over and we're going into cold weather. And it's just a beautiful time of year. You get a lot of sunny days usually at this time of year, and the leaves are changing, and this is really kind of my favorite part of fall. And I'm not a fan of cold weather, but this is kind of really a great time for fashion, and everybody is layering, and you see a lot more trends during this time of year, I think, than any other time of year, and it's just a fun time for fashion and beauty. So for the month of November, I really like to lighten it up a little bit, and my inspiration is just kind of the colors that you see in fall. So I go through my closet and I change everything out, and I do this all the time. I put away all my red and black stuff. I've already done that, and I pull out what I want to wear for the month of November, or whatever month I'm in. And so this month I'm pulling out all of my creams and my whites and my browns and my oranges and my yellows and my kind of paler khaki greens. Just everything that you think of when you think of fall, when you think of kind of the rustic colors, the leaves changing colors and falling. The grass is kind of changing color as it kind of dies off for winter. Think of candy corn, think of cornucopia at Thanksgiving, just all those sort of rustic colors. And so those are the colors I'll be wearing, and you'll see that probably in my videos as the month goes along, depending on how many videos I make. By the way, I'm still not using heat styling tools on my hair, so I'm still just blowing it dry, so I do still have a little bit of a ragamuffin look going on. I'm only heat styling my hair if I have someplace that I need to go important, in the evening. The first thing I want to talk about is handbag. The big trend for this month, and you've probably already seen it if you read magazines, fashion magazines, you've probably already seen it listed as a trend. But for the month of November, the big trend is fringe, and it's fringe particularly in handbags. And so you want to look for something similar to this. Now this is a bag that I've had for, I think I bought it maybe about 2 years ago from Avon. And so I'm not telling you to run out and buy a fringe handbag just to have one. I'm telling you that if you are in the market to buy a bag, if you need a new handbag, and you're looking for something you're not sure really what you want to get, then consider this trend, because this is going to be really big for the month of November. So this is just a nice brown bag with kind of these suede leather, fringe, and it's not over the top, and it's not kind of 80s biker fringe. It's just a really nice bag. It's got these kind of bronzy straps with gold hardware. So look for something along these lines, and you can find bags with fringe of all different shapes and sizes. This is a little bit of a smaller one, but you can definitely find a much bigger satchel style or tote style bag that has fringe on it as well. Next I want to talk about jewelry. If you are in the market to buy jewelry, or maybe if you're looking for gifts for birthdays or something during this month, or even if you're looking for things to give for Christmas, I would suggest at this time of year for the month of November looking for something that has amber in it. Now it doesn't have to be real amber, it can be, imitation amber. But what you'll find with amber, this happens to be a real amber ring, but it's a very good example, is that amber has a lot of different colors. And typically when you think of amber, you think of more of a brown sort of shade, which is not included in this ring. But you can see this is real amber, and amber comes in many different shades. So there's yellow and green and orange, which is all the colors that I'm wearing for this month. I mean, this is just perfect. So if look for pieces that have amber or some sort of imitation amber, because they're going to have the perfect feel for the month of November. And they come in all these gorgeous colors of oranges and greens and yellows and browns and tans, and it's just a really rich stone, and it has a lot of, I don't know if it'll pick it up, but there is a lot to be seen within the stone. You can sort of see in the green that there's, amber is known for having, actually even insects and things, kind of trapped in it from, zillions of years ago, and that's kind of part of the, what makes it interesting is that it really is kind of our ancient past sort of trapped in this gorgeous kind of crystallized material, and so it can be very interesting, especially when you find real amber. So this would be a great idea for jewelry. The color scheme is perfect. I also like things that are really rich, and this is kind of a good example, and I like things that are chunky for the month of November. So this would be kind of a good example, and there's really kind of 3 trends here that you can kind of run with. You may not like this necklace itself, but you could take any of the trends that are on it and kind of run with them. So the first one would be obviously this kind of burnished brass sort of metals, and you can find this anywhere, kind of the antiqued gold colors. Look for jewelry that is made with those types of materials or has that sort of feel. Those are perfect for this time of year. Another stone that's great for this time of year is tiger's eye. You know, some people, tiger's eye is kind of like people either love it or they really don't care for it. I really think it's such an interesting stone because, I mean, look at the striations in this piece. You know, it really can be quite beautiful. So I would say if you're not sure if you like tiger's eye or not, look for, you know, the stones that are just really interesting, because sometimes you can find it and it's just kind of and sometimes you can find it with some really gold striations through it and just some kind of gorgeous, you know, it just plays up the light. And I know you can't really tell that with my terrible lighting, but if you see it in person, you'll kind of understand what I mean. A third trend would be to, you know, find things that are made with kind of this suede or leather, and obviously I encourage you to go faux if you can, but if you can find jewelry that's got, you know, kind of suede or leather cording, you're most likely going to be right on trend for the month too. It's just a gorgeous kind of rich material, and it's perfect for that kind of feel of fall when you're kind of bundling up and it's getting chilly, and it's, you know, typically it's gonna be some type of a rich color. You can get it in browns and oranges and, you know, tans and creams, so you can really do a lot with that type of material. So those are just some ideas for jewelry. Now I'm going to get into makeup, and I'm going to show you just some of the makeup that I have that is available that you could go out and buy today that has all of the colors in it that I'm going to be wearing for the month of November. Okay, we're going to start with eyeshadows first, and there's actually a lot to choose from at this time of year. This is the perfect time to pull out all of your neutral palettes for, you know, you girls that are brown lovers, die-hard brown lovers. This is the perfect time of year for you. So the first thing that I'm going to show you, these are two of the NYX Ultra Pearl Mania. These are kind of sort of like pigments. This one is in Penny Pearl, and this one is in Walnut Pearl. And as you can see, it's just, this one is kind of a rich brown color, and this one is kind of a it's kind of a orangey, salmony, tan, brownish color. Perfect, and these are very inexpensive. The next two would be the Tarina Tarantino eyeshadows that I just recently showed you. If you can still get a hold of these in your Sephora. This one is Electric Butterfly, and this is one I don't know how to pronounce. Bibarucci? Something like that. And I'm not going to open these because I showed you guys these just recently, so, you know, if you check it's probably my most recent haul video, they're probably in it. But the colors look exactly like the boxes. This is a rich kind of goldish orange color, and this is essentially a gold shade. Then there is the infamous It Girl palette from Stila that has the Lame, Chloe, and Kitten in it. So, you know, these are just nice, warm shades for fall. These aren't super rich, but nice warm shades, nice neutrals. Follows the color scheme perfectly. Then, very inexpensive is the Wet n Wild Vanity palette. You can still get these. I mean, it's got the chocolate browns and, you know, the lighter brown shades and kind of a golden peachy shade, you know, and kind of your skin tone neutrals if you're light skinned. And then in the Comfort Zone palette, number 738, I mean, this is kind of a no-brainer. It has the khaki greens that I was talking about, and then obviously more neutral browns on this side. Okay, next we have the Coastal Scents 88 Warm palette, and this is just, you know, kind of your epitome of neutral colors. So all of those browns and creams and tans and apricot colors are just perfect. This is kind of one of those no-brainers. This is one you may not be as familiar with. This is the Coastal Scents 26 Color Shadow Blush Combo Palette. And it looks like this. This has gorgeous oranges and browns of all different intensities, light browns, dark browns, chocolate browns, golds, even some of the kind of lighter cranberry colors, which I do also like during this time, at a very selective amount. Kind of reminds me of, you know, the cranberries with your Thanksgiving dinner. The grand scheme of things is not that red color, but having it kind of sprinkled in is really very lovely, and I kind of feel that way about the Fashion too. I don't like a lot of the cranberries. I feel those are better suited for, you know, later in the year, and they're perfect for December, but I do like them kind of sprinkled in, and there's just enough of those kind of sprinkled in to this palette, like this one and the one right above it. And the blushes are, you know, very neutral and all on the kind of peachy tan side as well, with, again, one kind of cranberry shade sort of sprinkled in. So this is really perfect, and if you're in the market for makeup, really this is a really good value for what you're getting. A lot of eyeshadows and quite a few blushes, and it's, you know, it's not extremely expensive, so that's a good pick for this time of year. Then we have the two kind of no-brainer palettes that I'm not even going to get out of the boxes because you guys have seen them a million times before. And so one would be the Too Faced Naked Eye palette. Again, just the perfect neutrals, and, you know, the king of all neutrals if you like shimmer, the Urban Decay Naked Eye palette. Okay, for blushes, we want to keep along this kind of apricot, orangey brown theme. Now, the first one I'm going to show you, this isn't actually the one that I wanted to show you, but I can't seem to find it at the moment. I think it's down in my makeup kit. It's a Wet n Wild color, and the packaging is going to look like this, but it's called Pearlescent Pink. And I don't know why they call it Pearlescent Pink, because it's a gorgeous apricot shade, and it does have a little bit of kind of shimmery particles to it. So if you don't like shimmer, you know, you may not like that one as much, but it happens to be my favorite of the Wet n Wild blushes. So again, it's called Pearlescent Pink, and the packaging will look like this. Very inexpensive. This one is one I just recently picked up by L'Oreal Paris. It's one of the True Match Super Blendable Blushes. And this may be, they may be discontinuing these, I'm not really sure, but you can probably still find them online. And this is part of the warm, you know, color options. The color is Barely Blushing. And again, just a pretty sort of apricot shade of, you know, brown. Looks really pretty on the skin. A color that's a little bit darker is the Smashbox. This is the Fusion Soft Lights in Baked Starburst. This is just a sample size of it that I have, like a deluxe sample. But, you know, it has all the perfect colors. You know, a lot of people would use this, you know, for bronzing, but with a light hand it'll make a gorgeous shade of blush as well. A great orangey shade, this is by Smashbox. This is the Double Exposure Lip and Cheek color, and this is an Irresistible. So this is, you know, this can be used as a cheek color as well, but it's just a beautiful orangey shade, not too over the top. That would be perfect for a lot of skin tones. Gorgeous on pale skin with, you know, kind of a light touch, and then the perfect amount of intensity if you have dark skin as well, to give you that gorgeous kind of, I don't know, I just ate a giant apple pie all by myself and I'm full and happy kind of glow. This is by Smashbox. This is the Soft Lights tint, and this is kind of more of a highlighter, but it's, you know, it's a good shade for this time of year, and hopefully again as you're getting a little bit more pale, you can use it in some different ways, but it's a really good highlight color even for dark skin. And again, this is another bronzer that can kind of double as blush. This is by Wet n Wild, and this is the Everything Under the Sun. Now, these were limited edition, but if you're CVS or some of those places, sometimes for whatever reason a brand is not that popular, and they will still have some of these kind of lingering about. So if you can get your hands on this is a good one as well. Eyeliners, I'm not going to show you a huge number of brands. I just want to give you kind of an idea as far as color scheme. In fact, I think, oh no, one of these is Avon. Two of these are NYX, and then one of these is an Avon Glimmer Sticks. But look for shades like this, kind of a mossy, pale khaki green, anything that's kind of bronzy, golden, coppery is perfect. This is a great time to be using your chocolate brown eyeliners, and any shade of brown really. And here's a nice gold shade. I mean, these are perfect if you are really kind of dark hair, dark lashes, dark brows. These may not be dark enough for you to wear strictly, although really the green, could be, but especially if you have darker skin tone. These might not be quite dark enough to be used strictly as your kind of eyeliner on top along the lash line, just because you don't want them to blend too much into your skin color, but they would be great accent colors. So do your normal do your normal black liquid eyeliner on top, and then either go over it with one of these colors or go just above it. Follow the line of your eyeliner just right above it, no gap in between, and follow it again with color, and it adds a lot of dimension to the eyes. So if you're curious about these, this one is by NYX. It's number 927 Acid Green. This is a bit mossy, though. You might want to go a little bit more on the khaki shade, or even a forest color is okay, but we want more of the pale kind of leaf color, as the leaf is sort of dying off and falling off the tree's color. This is in 928 Velvet, also by NYX. And then this one is Golden Diamond. This is an Avon Glimmer Sticks Diamonds. Lipsticks and lip glosses, I'm just going to kind of show them to you together. Here's a good one, Avon Extra Lasting Lip Gloss. This is in Perpetual Pink, but it really is more of kind of an apricot color. This is also an ultra color rich lipstick by Avon. This is in Tuscan Russet, and this is a little bit darker, not quite a chocolatey brown. It's really kind of a russet brown color, but again, gorgeous if you're going for a little bit more of a dramatic lip but want to stick with the color scheme of this time of year. Then this is a perfect shade. This is a lipstick by Ulta, and it's number 232, and this is just kind of a pearly, it's not really white, and it does have sort of a pink undertone, but it's so neutral that it's perfect for this time of year as well. This is a lipstick by Revlon. It is one of the super lustrous lipsticks, and it's a pearl finish. It's number 405 in Silver City Pink. It's really not pink, though. It's really kind of an apricot shade, a very pale, kind of peachy shade. This is one of the Color Design lipsticks by Lancome. This is in Ooh La La, and it's a metallic finish. And it's kind of a berry shade, and again, this is where I go back to kind of splashes of cranberry are nice during this time of year, but it really has more of a brown undertone to it than red, so it still fits in with the color scheme. This is another Lancome Color Design in Vintage Rose, and this is a sheen finish. Same thing as the last one. It kind of has more of a brown undertone than anything else. So while it does have a bit of a pink cast to it, it's going to come off as much more kind of a brownish, deep tan color on the lips. This is a Revlon lipstick, and it's in the color Blush. And this is just kind of a perfect no-brainer, sort of neutral, your lips but better kind of color. And last but not least is nail polish. I'm going to try to hurry because, as you can see, I'm getting some sun coming in, and it's going to start to you know, interfere. So just a couple examples. This is an Avon Speed Dry nail enamel, and this is in Limeade. And if you're one of the girls that kind of likes a little more shimmer on your nail polish, this is kind of a perfect green color for that. This could be great for spring, but it still falls into a perfect shade as, you know, as the leaves are dropping, when they get that kind of baby green color, when they go from deep dark green and they're transitioning to yellow. It's this color right here. And then if you are one of the people that like kind of the taupey, you know, chinchilly type colors, the grayish brown colors, this is again a Nail Wear Pro by Avon in Nocturnal. So look for kind of that taupey brown, almost mud sort of color. I don't know if you can get these colors anymore, but these are just to give you ideas of what you could potentially look for. This is no longer available either. This is one of the old Ulta limited edition nail polishes. They've changed the bottles now, but this was in Chocolate Kiss. But it's just a rich chocolate brown color. See if I can block out the light so you can see it. You know, and you can find similar shades to this anywhere. It's just to give you an idea. This is kind of the ultimate in rich. Anything that looks like a Hershey's candy bar, you know, is perfect. These next 4 colors you can still get. These are part of the new Ulta Salon Formula line. This one is Ginger Peach. Just kind of, again, your perfect apricot, warm apricot shade. This one is Gold Tipped Rose. Now this one is pushing the boundary a little bit because this is almost a little bit too pink for me, but for some of you, you may not have as much in the brown category, but if you do have some of the rich rose colors, you can kind of pull those off a little bit as well. So this is almost too pink, but I think still falls within the category, and it's still available, so it's a good option. Again, another one, this is in Army of One, which is the perfect khaki green color. And this is Taupe on a Rope. So it is exactly what it sounds like, a taupe brown color. So those are just some ideas to kind of get you out shopping. Pretty much everything I showed you is available, and if that specific item's not available, then just keep the color in mind as you're shopping, because you will find something just like it somewhere. So I hope you like this idea. You know, it's early in the month. You have time, if you're in the market for any of these sort of items, to go out and find them and really get good use all month long with these colors. And if there's anything else that you want to see more of, like I didn't really show you my clothes. I've switched them out. They're in my other closet in my other room. But if you really want like examples of kind of what I'm wearing, I could do a video on that, or I could try to do outfit of the days, or something along those lines. But if you want me to do tutorials with any of these things, I'm happy to do that as well. I just want to thank everybody for watching, and I really do appreciate you guys, every one of you. If you're new to my channel, you know, thanks for joining us here. And don't forget to click the thumbs up button, and if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. It'll let you know when I have a new video out in your subscription box. And I hope you guys have a wonderful month of November. I hope you're enjoying the fall. I hope you're enjoying the fall fashion and the opportunity to layer clothes and not be completely freezing. And it's just a great time of year, and the colors at this time of year are really some of my favorites, so I hope you enjoy them as much as I do, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.